Hey folks, Bob Reese here with the Guides Forecast, giving you a fishing report, as in an ocean fishing report, from Tuesday, September 13th. Ocean was good last 2 days. The ocean fishing has been really productive. The fish were a little bit more north yesterday. Today they were due west of the river mouth. Several indicators are telling me that these fish are staging, getting ready to come into the river. There's a lot less food in their bellies right now. Their scales are starting to absorb into their skin, which is an indication of starvation, so to speak, as they start their spawning run. And the fish were closer to the river mouth, as I mentioned today. So I have no doubt that the river behind me is laden with coho salmon. We got some good news after I give the fishing report. But today's coho were of really good grade. A lot of good feed in the ocean is making these coho put on the pounds, and really nice grade of coho today. So we caught them on the 13 over 17 line. One of my friends, Todd Stone King, called me into a good bite there, about 330 to 400 foot of water. Just due west of the mouth of the river. We were pretty close to the Astoria Canyon. Again, those numbers 13 over 14 or the 13 over 17, 330 to 400 foot of water. I imagine they'll be somewhat in the same place tomorrow. The problem with fishing that location is that tomorrow morning we're going to have a strong outgoing tide. It's made the bar a bit sloppy in the morning, despite the fact we had a 1 to 3 foot ebb chop, no bar restriction this morning when I went over the bar about 6:30 this morning, and it was not as friendly as I had hoped. Certainly not really a 1 in 3 situation. That ebb chop with any sort of swell, even though the swell is only 2 foot at 9 seconds, it produced some pretty sloppy water in the middle part of the channel. So be cautious of that if you get out there tomorrow. Never a great idea. I mean, even though the swell's small, it was still an ugly bar. Not excited about that. Hopefully, if I get out early enough tomorrow, we'll miss the max ebb part of the outgoing tide and not have to put up with an ugly bar there. So we do have that free ocean and bar fishing webinar. Strongly encourage folks that haven't seen that to view that. That is free to anybody. We want people to stay safe out there, of course, and the Columbia River Bar is aptly named the Graveyard of the Pacific. So don't be a victim. I haven't heard of any fatalities yet this year. Let's not make one, or multiples. So as far as the good news, the compact call today yielded additional openers starting on Thursday. The Buoy 10 reach will open from Buoy 10 to Tongue Point to 3 coho salmon. So the tulies are largely through the estuary. They'll feel we'll handle maybe about 1,000 Chinook over the course of the rest of the season. Of course, Chinook you will have to release, but thankfully only a small portion of those should be tulies, so we shouldn't have a large impact on what is clearly going to be a large return of Chinook. As I had previously talked about, my estimate of 650,000 Chinook back to the river mouth is also under predicted. So I'm now saying over 700,000 Chinook will be coming back to the river mouth this year. So that'll get us out of the red with the tule impacts, hopefully, and better fisheries ahead with nice jack counts coming, and hopefully better news on the horizon. The other reach of river is from Bonneville Dam to East Reed Island. That's going to open up for Chinook and coho salmon. So we provided links to you folks and actually a screenshot on the MailChimp of the compact action. That is the official word. So do pay attention to those regulations that are embedded in that graphic on the MailChimp email. And for subscribers, by tomorrow night I'm going to have a nice video forecast for you folks. A lot of good information. Pretty exciting day for Thursday with this river, I'm sure, choked with coho. We're going to have some fantastic fishing, and I'm going to tell you how to catch them. So as far as what they bit in the ocean today, the spin fish seemed to really produce the better bites today on the ocean. We've been running a lot of spinner rigs with chunk baits, and those have been productive as well, but for whatever reason the spinfish were pretty tasty today. So enjoy a relaxation of the restrictions we've had. I've been one of the only boats coming out of the West End Basin in the morning, and I don't like that feeling. So let's get fishing back here in the estuary. 3 fish coho limit, and hopefully that prediction is accurate. I'm not going to say it too is underpredicted like every other salmon and steelhead run on the Columbia this season, but there's a lot of fish still to come. Thanks for being subscribers. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You'll get these reports sooner if you turn on your notifications. And stay safe out there.